Welcome back to another episode of the Diabetes Digital Podcast. If you are new here, this is one of our mini-sodes where we answer a question from a listener or a DM or even frequently asked questions from our patients. And I am Jess. I'm one half of the Diabetes Digital co-founding duo. Wendy, my co-host, also alternates with answering different questions. So today I'm going to be focusing on eating dinner later in the evening.
Welcome to the Diabetes Digital Podcast. I'm Wendy.
And I'm Jess, and we're best friends, registered dietitians, and diabetes educators.
Through our telehealth platform, diabetesdigital.co, we offer accessible and personalized virtual nutrition counseling for people with diabetes and prediabetes.
Visit diabetesdigital.co, that's C-O, to book your first appointment. We accept insurance and offer affordable self-pay options. Now, let's get into today's episode.
So the question that we got is it bad if I eat dinner at 9 p.m.? This comes up so frequently. And it's interesting because I feel like people think that there is, this set blueprint that applies to everyone where they should be eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. People also always ask me, when should I eat breakfast? And my answer is always, it depends. No, it's not bad to eat dinner at 9 p.m. because it's not automatically bad to eat late. What matters more is what you eat and how it fits into your whole day. So let me explain. So yes, some studies show earlier meals support blood sugar regulation, but you're not a lab rat. You are a human being with a whole schedule. And we've had many clients, I can think of one in particular, who work late shifts and don't get home until 8:30 p.m. I even had a job where I didn't get home until 8:39 p.m. Working as a dietitian in a clinic, I had to work some evenings. And what do you do in those instances? You focus on balanced eating and meal timing and not guilt. So here's some tips if you are eating late. A couple of things. So one, we know, again, so many people have a schedule where they have to eat late. One thing I would do, and I don't know if this is accessible to you, but if you do have a later schedule, I would try to bring either a hearty snack or a meal for me to eat at my quote, normal or regular dinner time. Because I know some of us have more erratic schedules where some days are late days and some days aren't. So if I knew I was doing a late day where maybe I didn't get off until 7, I would try to bring maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to have when I started getting hungry, maybe 4 o'clock, or I would bring kind of a dinner to heat up in the work microwave and eat while I was there. And oftentimes it was a TV dinner, something I bought in the frozen section of the grocery store that was just really convenient. So that's one thing you can try. Some other tips are just focusing on having a meal that includes different macronutrients. So including a protein, fat, fiber, all of those things are going to help keep your blood sugar more stable with that meal, even if it is closer to bedtime. For some people, it might be helpful if you are eating right before bed. Let's say you just happen to be eating later that day, but you still, go to bed closer to that time. And it's not a shift thing where you're consistently going to bed later because you get off later. For people who are eating closer to bedtime, you might want to consider having a lighter meal, just because, for many of us, when we eat close to bedtime, it can kind of cause some indigestion if you're lying down right afterwards. But let's say that, you're out to dinner, it's date night, and it's later in the evening and you're having that heavier meal, even considering a short 10-minute walk after dinner, that can help your body process that meal better. It can help your digestion. It can help your blood glucose management. So there's a few tips there depending upon your scenario. So a couple of other things that you want to watch for are sleep disruption, heartburn, and morning blood sugars. So if you're waking up groggy in the morning or you're waking up with reflux, you want to test out eating earlier in the day for a few days just to see if that makes a difference. Some people do fine, like I said, with eating later in the day, and other people feel like it has more of an impact. So your body will really tell you what works best for you, and you can try to do some of these little tips and tricks that I've mentioned in this episode to help you navigate whatever your situation is and whatever your body does best with. Now, if you're like most people and you need a little bit of support to help you figure this all out, definitely hit us up at Diabetes Digital. we are dietitians and we focus on blood glucose management, diabetes, prediabetes, PCOS, and so many things in between. And so definitely go to our website, diabetesdigital.co/quiz. That's diabetesdigital.co/quiz. You can make an appointment and we will verify your insurance benefits. And the great thing is that most of our clients pay nothing out of pocket with insurance because most plans cover nutrition counseling and people are not aware of that. So we can help you make sense of what's going on and give you concrete suggestions for hitting whatever your health goals are and also being realistic with your life. All right, so thank you so much for tuning into another mini-sode, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode. If you're interested in nutrition counseling with one of our expert dietitians to help improve your prediabetes or diabetes, visit us at diabetesdigital.co.
Also, if you found our conversation helpful, do us a favor and rate and review this podcast on iTunes, plus share with someone who might find this helpful. You can also connect with us on Instagram at diabetesdigital.co.
And tune in every Wednesday for practical, inclusive, and culturally humble diabetes insights. We'll catch you later. Bye.